Crestview Angus, your source for premium, locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping.
Hot dart the rest of the way. There's Sorotin in the corner, 3-ball in the air and in! She knocked it down!
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Well, thank you very much, Lenny B. Back at Command Central, WLAQ, over at the foot of an Alto. And yes, I'm Matt Davis alongside Ian Griffin, and we get ready to bring you live coverage provided by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales, of the GHSA Class A Division I Girls State Basketball Championship Tournament quarterfinals. It's Elite 8 time, and it's your Model Lady Blue Devils and the Lamar County Trojans, and we are so excited to be here as the Model Lady Devils are the last team in Roman Floyd County standing in the Elite 8.
And glad to be here. They had to fight hard to get this spot. Didn't have their best offensive night Saturday, but they leaned on that tenacious defense that we've become so accustomed to here, and were able to rally late and get the win and extend their season. It's win or go home at this time of year, and they were able to pull it out.
No question about it. And to your point, as you mentioned, it was a tough shooting night, played great defense, but when Coach Eccles needed a senior to step up in a big moment, Sadie Rotten was that person who hit the three to put them ahead and eventually would win the game, coming up with a big defensive stop at the end of the game as well. So obviously there were a lot of other great performances that we'll talk about in that game, defensively in particular, but she really stepped up at the end and helped her team, and it was great to see that. What a great finish to that basketball game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Sadie alone there, but one thing stands As a fact tonight, Matt, this is the last time these seniors will ever play on this floor. We want them to win. We want them to get to the Final Four. But let's just call those girls by names. You got Addie Mathis, Janiyah Caldwell, August Betts, Sadie Rotten, and Milan Howard have all been fantastic contributors to this program, and this is their last chance to play in front of a home crowd.
No doubt, and the reason behind that is because this is the last round of the tournament that the higher-seeded home teams will host, because coming up next week, if the Lady Devils were to win this game, whoever wins it is going to be playing down in Milledgeville at Georgia College and State University in the semifinals. So this is for an opportunity to play in the Final Four coming up next week. And then if you get past that round, well, then it's headed to Macon the following week to play in the championship game. But one step at a time, survive and advance, that's the name of the game, and that's what the Lady Devils are going to try to do tonight.
It's going to be a showdown.
It is. Let's go ahead and get some housekeeping out of the way in our first segment. The Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private high schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 19 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, you can visit ghsa.net. Follow at Official GHSA on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their valuable support of high school athletics and activities: Alpha Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Gatorade, Wilson, BSN Sports, Atlanta Hawks, Mizuno, Atlanta Braves, Subway, Sports Medicine South, Atlanta Track Club, NFHS Network, Regions Bank, Max Preps, GoFan, and Georgia Public Broadcasting. Now that we've got that out of the way, we are going to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to fully immerse ourselves into this matchup, Elite 8 matchup, Model Lady Devils and Lamar County Lady Trojans, coming up in about 11 and a half minutes. Let's step out for 3 minutes. More on the pregame after these messages.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage. as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at Eric.
All right, welcome you back into live coverage of model basketball provided by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. And we mentioned to you as we came out of the break, we'd start to dive into the matchup a little bit more. So let's do just that. Of course, the Model Lady Devils come in as the number 3 seed in this tournament, and also the AJC number 3 team in their last rankings that came out about a week or so ago. Of course, they were the winners, the region champs out of Region 6 Class A Division I, have posted a 23-5 record. Ian, the Lady Devils have won 6 games in a row, and a big part of that you talked about in the opening segment here of our coverage. They're only giving up 35 points a game, so to say that everything starts on the defensive end of the floor, well, that would be pretty accurate, I would say.
Yeah, and it's good to have that when the ball's not falling for you. If you can rely on your defense to keep you in the game, that's a huge asset to have, and it's something that the Lady Devils have had all season. We're hoping that they're coming out hot tonight, though.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The path to get to this point for the Lady Devils has been as follows. They beat Social Circle handedly. They're 64-31 in the first round, so a dominant performance there. They had to hang on and win a nail-biter against Central, making a really good basketball game. That was a really gritty win and performance for the Lady Devils. Final score was 32-30. Central led that game 21-12 in the third quarter of the ball game. So not only was it a great win, it was a come-from-behind, gritty effort there from the Lady Devils. So the path has been tough, especially that second-round game. But, Ian, I think those kind of games that you get there in the early goings really can help you build some momentum, some confidence moving forward. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out in this game after the way that they had to win that particular game.
Right. Well, you know the competition is going to be fierce this stage of the playoffs, regardless of who the opponent is. But a game like that where they only had the lead twice. They led by a point for less than a total of a minute of game time. And finally were able to capture the lead late on that corner 3 from Sadie Rotten and hang on. Clutch free throw from Sasha Wood extended that lead to 3 at the very end. But that just shows the kind of grit. It builds character, builds your belief that no matter what, you can overcome it and find a way to get a win. No question about that. Now let's talk a little bit about Lamar County. The Lady Trojans come into this game. They've had an extremely successful season, 24-5. They were 6-2 in region play. They've won 5 games in a row, and 2 of those games were against Putnam County because they beat Putnam County 60-55 in the tournament to eliminate them, and that was after they eliminated them from the region tournament there in Region 4. They beat them for the championship, so they threw a little salt in the wound last week against a region foe in Putnam County. Before that, in the first round, they picked up a win over Northeast, 54-48. The game against Putnam County was 60-55, so there have been some tough battles for Lamar County in the first couple of rounds coming into this third round, which is the Elite Eight, the quarterfinals. Yeah, but again, we're talking about when you get to this stage of the tournament, you've got to be a good team. You've got to be a team that can weather those kind of battles, and they've won a lot of basketball games this year. So this Lamar County team is coming in without any fear. They're expecting to win and punch their ticket to the Final Four as well. And as far as players to watch here for this Lamar County team, of course, one of the people that you'll probably hear a lot is a game, almost 8 rebounds. She was first team all region, so that's definitely going to be a go-to player for them. Second team all region, Michaela Watts, she scored 12.6 points a game, has 4 assists a game, so a lot of the offense is going to run through her. She's a second team all region. And then another second team all region player, Ella Blue Leverett, 5'11" sophomore, 8 points per game, averages close to 8 rebounds, so she does a good job of cleaning things up on the boards, is a good rebounder, and they got other players that we'll talk about more as we go on throughout the broadcast. It's going to be a heck of a matchup, and that front court experience that you talk about for this Lamar County school, they're going to have to match up with the likes of Cam Sanders, August Betts, Eva Pointer, so that's going to be a heck of a showdown between those front court players.
2 years leading into this, the Lady Devils road ended in the Sweet 16. This year they break through, get to the Elite Eight. Meanwhile, Lamar County, this is their third straight quarterfinal appearance. However, they have not advanced to the semifinals in those 3 appearances, and the Lady Devils are hoping that trend continues tonight.
Right. They'll certainly be hungry, being at, right there on the precipice of making the Final Four these last few years. They're going to want to get over the hump, but Model's going to want it just as bad. It's going to be an all-out war.
And it's coming up. The Model Lady Devils and the Lamar County Lady Trojans after this 3-minute break. We'll be back in 3.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Welcome back into Woodard Gymnasium. Almost time for the national anthem, and it will be a special presentation tonight, sung by Trevor Roberts, and of course his wife is Kendall Roberts, who's the volleyball coach here at Model, and he sang it the other night and did a tremendous job. So the folks in attendance and also watching on the live stream, listening on the radio, are in for a nice rendition of our national anthem. So we'll go ahead and turn our attention to the PA and get you ready for that. Then we'll give you the starting lineups and we'll get the game underway. But here is your national anthem here as we get ready for more pregame festivities here inside Woodard Gymnasium.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare
again, well done there by Trevor Roberts with the national anthem. It's time to give you the starting lineups and then the ball game here live from Woodard Gymnasium. It's the Model Lady Devils and Lamar County Lady Trojans here in the Elite Eight, trying to punch a ticket to the semifinals, the Final Four. So we're going to start with the Lamar County Lady Trojans. Number 4, Michaela Watts. Also in the starting lineup for them tonight, number 5, Brianna Jackson. Number 10, Josiah Foster. Also number 12, Ashlyn Smith. And rounding out the starting 5 here for Lamar County is going to be number 25, Ella Blue Leverett. And that's the starting lineup for them. Their head coach is Adam Ballard. And by the way, Lamar County is in Barnesville, Georgia, which is near Forsyth County, a little ways off of I-75. So it's about a 2.5-hour drive to get there and back. Meanwhile, for the Model Lady Devils, in the starting lineup for the Lady Devils tonight, we're going to start with number 1, Cam Sanders, a 6-foot freshman in the starting lineup here for your Lady Devils. Also, you're going to have number 14, a 5'5 junior. That is Javia Samples. Number 15, Sasha Wood, a 5'5 junior. Number 21, August Betts, a 5'11 senior. And rounding out the starting 5 here tonight for the Model Lady Devils is going to be number 23, Eva Pointer. She is a 5'9 junior. And, of course, the head coach of the Lady Devils is none other than Sally Eccles. The Lady Devils the last 2 years have been to the Sweet 16. This year punched through, got to the Elite Eight. The last semifinal trip, Ian, was back in 2019, and that was a 3-year run where they made it back to back to back. And so trying to get back to that point in time here for the first time since 2019, and we'll see what happens. It's about to go down.
That's right. The final starter called there, Eva Pointer, has had a great playoff run so far. She led them with 17 points in the round 1 effort, but also had a great night offensively in a game where they struggled to score. She had a huge 3 from the top of the key that helped them climb back into that game in the third quarter. So she's been playing great on both ends of the floor.
And it's time for the ball game. The officials out there, balls in the air, tips one by Model. They'll open up with possession of the ball. Sasha Wood with a basketball, sends it left wing side. Javia Samples now to Eva Pointer. Speak of the devil, they kick it out left wing side, go to August Betts. She'll drive baseline, lost the handle. The ball floated out of bounds. It's coming to Lamar County.
It was tipped, but went off Betts' hands last, and will go the other way.
And so the Lady Trojans will bring it up the floor. Their first possession of the ball game just underway from Woodard Gymnasium. They work it to the right wing side, and Watts. Now she surveys the floor, trying to find an open teammate, and travels.
Yep. She kind of faked the pass and picked up her plant foot there, and the referees were quick to catch it.
So Javia Samples took the inbound pass, gave it right back to Wood, who crosses over the center court line. Now dribbles, sends the ball left wing side to August Betts, who stands near the slot. Around a pick from Pointer. She goes towards the basket, kept it in bounds, but right into the hands of Josiah Foster here for Lamar County. They bring it back the other end, have it in front of the Model bench.
Some early jitters on both sides,
which you would expect, obviously, getting to this level. To your point, they're going to try to bounce it to the inside. It goes off of Pointer's knee and out of bounds. So it stays with Lamar County. Models in their white home uniforms with blue letters, numbers, and red trim, throwback uniforms. Meanwhile, Lamar County is in their navy blue uniforms with white letters and number and white trim. They go to the top of the key with it, drive towards the lane, nearly lost the handle, puts up the quick look. It won't go. Rebound is going to be picked up by Wood after it was tipped by August Betts. Wood with the basketball across the timeline, picks up her dribble, sends it left wing side to August Betts, bounces it underneath to Cam Sanders. She'll post up, trying to get it to the rim, and gets fouled.
Some great strength there by Cam Sanders. She had a frustrating night the other night. And again, she's drawing the double team here as well when they go to the post. But it'd be good to see her get a basket to go down early. Wasn't able to get the shot in, but she gets to the free throw line.
So Sanders with 2 shots, 1 on the way, and that one is through. She knocks it down.
And free throws were a huge part of the story on Saturday night. So good to see that first one go down.
So Model strikes first blood here. One more shot coming up for Cam, and that one is going to go off the back of the rim, rolls out. So Lamar County gets the rebound. They come back down the floor now, trailing 1-0. Ball is tipped, deflected into the air, but a good recovery there for Lamar County And their player, Leverett, underneath. And that goes under the basket, but a foul. I think they got Sanders there.
Yep. A good entry pass there.
So Josiah Foster is going to the free throw line here as Model leads it 1-0. We've got 6:28 left in the first quarter, and that shot is missed, so it does not tie it up.
Foster, only a freshman as well. Her and Sanders do not look like they just got into high school.
Oh, agreed. Shot on the way, and that one's off the back of the rim. There to collect the rebounds, August Betts. Model Lady Blue Devils go from right to left, back the other way. Across the timeline they go. Cam Sanders trying to get it to Pointer, got behind her, picked up by Lamar County. They want to work quick. They fired underneath, shot off the glass and through. First field goal of the game is for Josiah Foster.
That was some quick work there, good pass, and Foster had great position down low.
And as you mentioned, a freshman comes into the game averaging 17 points a game. They send it right wing side, Samples for three, and that one's off the side of the rim.
On target, man. Thought that was going down.
You and me both. Samples between the circles, sends it right wing side to Eva Pointer. Works her way towards the elbow, puts it up, and that's off the side of the rim. Tracking it down was Cam Sanders. Couldn't quite catch up to it.
Stepped on the line as she was trying to save it.
Inbound pass goes to Lamar County. Going to be a little bit of pressure here from the Lady Devils. See if they can steal a possession here. They work around it with passes. Across the timeline they go, stolen on the other end. August Betts comes out with it, so the press is effective. Here comes Wood, and gets banged into as she was going up.
Yeah, they'll get Ella Blue Leverett with the foul there.
And so 2 shots coming up here for Sasha Wood. Goes through her free throw shooting routine. First shot on the way. That one's off the back of the iron. It won't fall. And in the game the other day, the free throw line almost got the Lady Devils. They were 10 of 27 in the game. And in the first half, Central Macon was really doing a good job from the free throw line. Second shot on the way is missed. So 2 missed free throws for Wood. And now Lamar County going to bring it across the timeline, passing around the press. Now they send it to the right wing side. A lob underneath. Shot off the glass and in.
Goodness.
It's Foster again.
Yeah. Foster reminds me of Sanders a lot. She knows how to get into position, has a big body, knows how to use it, and has soft touch around the basket.
Eva Pointer with a long 2 in the air. That one caroms off the rim. Sasha Wood tracks down a long rebound, though, so the Lady Devils are still alive on this possession. They work it right wing side, trailing 4-1. Long 3. That's off the back of the rim, and the rebound's going to go to Foster. Cross-court pass is nearly picked off, but some contact. I think they're going to get Pointer with that.
They will. Sadie Rotten looking to check in the game. We'll see who she subs in for. It will be Pointer that heads to the bench.
So 4:46 left to go in the first quarter. Trojans lead at 4-1 here on the road. Played in a tough environment. Lots of folks in blue here. Lamar County with it on the right wing side. Now starts to dribble over towards the corner, feeds it underneath, and a pass underneath. Foster shoots, misses, but gets fouled and will go back to the free throw line.
That was a good pass from Leverett there, making the extra pass, finding her teammate.
So Josiah Foster at the free throw line with 2 shots coming up. Missed her first 2 free throws, make that 3 in a row.
Both teams struggling to get them to fall from the stripe.
So 1 more coming up here for Foster, the 6'1" freshman. Shots on the way, and that one's in. So she makes her first free throw there after missing 3. And that moves the score to 5-1 in favor of Lamar County. Sasha Wood across the timeline. Wide open, Sadie Rotten, and in! You cannot leave her that open.
No, Rotten comes in and makes an immediate contribution, knocking it down from the wing.
Cuts it to a 1-point ball game. Lamar County underneath, big block by August Betts. It rolls out of bounds.
Yeah,
it was last touch by Lamar.
Yeah. Betts gets the deflection.
Inbound pass to Sasha Wood. Model feels like they're starting to get a little momentum here. They send it right wing side. August Betts with it in front of the Lamar County bench. Goes to the free throw line, picks up her dribble, finds Javia Samples. Samples with the fake, goes to the free throw line, shoots, and that one's off the side of the rim to clean it up.
Wow.
Is August Betts with the putback.
Betts sets the pick at the free throw line, but then crashes the boards and gets the quick putback, and Model back in front by 1.
Michaela Watts is back on the other end of the floor. And now gets it in the hands of Smith, dribbling towards the top of the key. Now going to hand it off to a teammate, gets it over to Stewart. Stewart drives to lane, baseline, dribbled on the baseline.
Yep. Sure did. 5-0 run here from Model with a chance to extend that run.
Sasha Wood is going to go across the timeline with it, works right, passes it off to Javia Sample. She stands between the circles, gives it to Betts, trying to get a look for Sadie Rotten on the left wing side. But Foster's in her face, and there's a whistle and a foul on the floor.
Yeah, good job there. Great position by Sanders. She made Smith go through her to get to the ball, and that drew the whistle.
And so Sadie Rotten is standing on the baseline, waiting on the ball from the official, ready to send things in motion on offense for the Lady Devils, who, by the way, now lead the ball game 6-5 to a cutting Samples off the front of the rim, won't go, gets her own rebound, gets it to the rim, and Sanders is there on the third try.
That was a great feed from Betts to Samples. Samples gets her own board, misses, but Sanders is there to put it back in.
So Lady Devils putting together a run here. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Wood. A steal for the Lady Devils. Bounce pass to a cutting Samples. Kept it in bounds for Betts. And she's out of bounds. And going down is Betts. That doesn't look real good.
That was a
awkward fall there.
Yeah, that was a heck of a collision. Hopefully Betts is able to shake it off. It's a hard fall.
So Coach Eccles is coming over, and of course the trainer, to have a look at August, and appears to be in a bit of pain here at this moment. Got quiet in a hurry.
It was a hard collision. She was slashing to the basket there.
You're listening to Lady Devils basketball on WLAQ or watching the live stream. We're glad that you are with us today. Right now, the Lady Devils are up 8-5. We've got a bit of an injury timeout taking place right now, and everybody obviously hoping that young lady, August Betts, is okay. Right now being looked at again by Coach Eccles. It looks like they're going to see if they can get her up, and of course now you hear the fans with a nice warm reception as they get August up, and it looks like she's having trouble putting some weight on one of her legs and is going to need some help off the floor.
Ooh.
And her dad, Ballard Betts, is over to help, and Ian, not just calling it like it is, it just doesn't look very good.
No, it doesn't. She's able to put a little bit of weight on it right now. But Betts is such an important player to this team. She's just one of those glue players that does all the little things to help her team win. So I hope she's okay. I hope she can come back into this ball game.
But checking in for her is going to be Jada Wells, and now we're back underway. 2:48 left to go in the first quarter. Model leads it by 3, 8-5. Lamar County with the basketball in front of the Model bench. Surveying the floor is Smith. Going to send it down low, trying to get it. Ball knocked into the backcourt, and it was touched last by Lamar County. So
okay, all right. So that will be a backcourt violation. Model basketball.
So Sadie Rotten is set to inbound the. Nope, it's actually going to be Cam Sanders to inbound the ball here for the Lady Devils on their end of the floor from the sidelines. And Sanders surveys the floor, is going to bounce it into Sasha Wood. She dribbles back between the circles, now drives into the lane. And that's a travel. And so Lamar County going to inbound the ball. Triggering in motion is going to be Ashlyn Smith. Smith is going to leave it off for Brianna Jackson, who's going to bring it across the midcourt stripe here. Now dribbles between the circles, tries to send it left wing. A little bit of a high pass, but handled by Watts. Watts looks down low. They're really trying to get the ball to Foster. It was tipped away and stolen by the Lady Devils. Now Sasha Wood's going to bring it up the floor, directing traffic, goes to the top of the key, gives it to Cam Sanders. Sanders trying to back her way in towards the paint. backs up, is going to reset the offense here for the Lady Devils. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now they send it left wing side. Sadie Rotten fakes the pass, going to lob it underneath to Sanders. 2 players on top of her, puts it up, strong move, doesn't get the finish. Samples there with the putback, and that one is going to rattle off the rim. I thought that was going to go.
I did too.
Rebound goes to Lamar County. They want to work fast, and a scoop shot off the glass is in. That's going to be Michaela Watt's first bucket of the game.
That was a nice touch there with the little finger roll.
Cuts it to a 1-point game. Model clings to that 1.8-7 lead. Javia Samples on the left wing, sends it up top to Jada Wells. Going to bounce it right back to Samples. Tries to work around a screen, drives right in off the glass, can't get it to go, and that goes out of bounds.
Stay on this end.
Big crowd on hand tonight for this one. Fans continue to file in as we move along with the ball game. It's a great atmosphere for the basketball game.
It sure is. Addie Mathis and Samantha Betts check into the game.
Sadie Rotten surveys the floor, going to send it up top to Addie Mathis. Now back into the corner on the right wing side to Sadie Rotten. Defense is being real careful, making sure that Sadie Rotten's covered after that first shot she took. Ball's tipped out of bounds. It was last touched by Lamar County.
Leverett got a hand on that one, and Samantha Betts will trigger it from underneath the basket.
So Betts is going to fire it into Sadie Rotten off the inbound play, scores.
That was a great find, great cut by Rotten, great find by Betts, and Rotten finishes at the hoop.
Under a minute to go in the quarter. Model leads at 10-7 over Lamar County. They go left wing side, fired underneath, shot is up and in. That's Josiah Foster, and she's a really good player.
It was a late whistle there. Wells definitely got her with the body as she was shooting. She'll get a chance to add one at the line.
And if she does, we're going to have a tie ball game with 45.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So Josiah Foster at the free throw line, the freshman. She is 1 of 4 so far, make it 1 of 5 as she misses the free throw, and Sadie Rotten collects the rebound. Samantha Betts trying to get it to Rotten, nearly picked off there in by Josiah Foster.
Yeah, Foster was eyeballing that one before Betts ever let it go. Fortunate to stay with Model.
Rotten sends it into the backcourt to Samantha Betts. She drives across the timelines now between the circles with it. Now works right wing side, gives it to Addie Mathis. Mathis trying to lob it underneath. The ball was deflected and eventually picked off. Coming out with it was Leverett. They send it left wing side, wide open 3 in the air, and that one's going to go off the side of the rim. Here's a putback. It won't fall. The third try falls for Josiah Foster.
The Trojans take the lead back. Shot clock's off.
13 seconds left on the clock. Here's Addie Mathis wide open for the 3. Does not take the shot. Gives it to Sadie Rotten. She fires. Misses the shot off the side of the rim. Wells with the rebound. 2 seconds. She travels.
Boy, that was a quick whistle.
It really was.
Didn't feel like she had time to slide. Yeah.
All right, 1.7 seconds, so going to try to heave it down the floor and get a look here. Not a lot of time to work with. It'll be tough to get a shot off here. And Lamar County inbounds the ball. 1 second left, and that's the end. They didn't even try. So that's the end of the first quarter. Lamar County is going to lead it after 1 by a score of 11-10. We're going to send it back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Lamar County will send the ball in motion as we get ready to start the second quarter. Trojans with a 11-10 lead, a 1-point lead. It's been a good ball game so far.
That was a long first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
They're going to drive baseline, spins around, puts it up, and scores. What a nifty move there by Michaela Watts for her second bucket of the game. Wow. Model will come back on the other end of the floor, try to answer. Javius Samples has got it. Going to send it over to the near side to Rotten. Now to Pointer, lobbing it underneath to Sanders. Kept it in bounds, chasing it down as Pointer somehow kept her feet set there.
Yeah.
Did not travel and kept it in bounds as well. That was impressive body control there.
It really was.
Pointer with the ball, sends it to Samples, drives in on two defenders, hard off the glass, can't get it to go off the window. Second shot there for Sanders won't go, and there's Wood, and that is going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah. I didn't hear the buzzer, but definitely expired.
And so Lamar County brings it up the floor. Brianna Jackson has got it. Now sends it to the right wing side of Watts, and a travel on the other end, I believe.
Yep.
Or was it a foul? It was a foul, actually. They got Leverett with it. Regardless, Model's getting the basketball, trailing 13-10 with 7:06 left to go second quarter here of this Elite Eight basketball game. So this is a quarterfinal.
Some good news for the Lady Blue Devils. August Betts back on the bench. Looks like she's going to be able to play.
Fantastic. There's Javius Samples, works around a screen, scoop shot, left it short.
Really nice move to get there.
Samples steals it away, though. Here is Pointer with the basketball, drives to the free throw line, picks up her dribble to a cutting Javius Samples, and that one's going to rattle in.
Great job there by Pointer as she drove the lane, kept her pivot foot planted, made the extra pass, and Model gets the easy bucket.
So both teams have now scored here. There's a long three that's going to be missed. Sasha Wood leaps up and grabs the rebound.
Great rebound.
Sasha Wood, bounce pass, open. Pointer tries to send it inside to Sanders, who was covered up. Ball deflected out of bounds.
Pointer trying to make the extra pass, but that's her bread and butter shot. She really is so good from the baseline. I'm surprised she didn't take that shot.
Made a split decision there. Sasha Wood surveys the floor, ready to send it in motion, and tries to get it to Samples. Samples somehow is able to get that ball, sends it to Wood on the right wing side. What an effort there by Samples. And she tries to work around a screen, and that is going to be on the floor.
Yeah. But whistles have been fast and furious. The fouls are racking up for both teams, really.
They really are.
Yeah.
Sasha Wood ready to send it in motion here for the Lady Devils. They trail right now 13-12. It's been a close game throughout. And Sasha's going to send it in, trying to get it to Samples. There to help out is Pointer. Now back to Wood. She starts to drive towards the baseline, picks up her dribble, needs help, finds Pointer, open three on the way, and that one's left short. Sanders picks it up, though, puts it up, misses. Here's Pointer off the glass, rattles in.
Whew. Finally goes down, and Model gets the lead. Eva Pointer with the big foul. She followed her shot and got the offensive rebound and put back.
That's what you call sticking with it right there. Lamar County with the basketball around the perimeter, going to lob it underneath. It's picked off. Sadie Rotten deflected it. Sanders also had a hand in that. Wood has got it across the timeline here for the Lady Devils. Dribbles off to the left wing side. 5:30 left to go in the second quarter. 14-13 Devils lead. Samples off the glass and in.
What a pass from Wood there. Absolute dime. Great cut by Samples.
Lamar County on the other end sends it right. Underneath, off the glass, misses the shot. Sanders is there for the rebound. Sasha Wood brings it up the floor. She's across the timeline, dribbles down to the low block, gets blocked, and fouled.
Right now, the depth of Model has to be looked at as a major advantage here. We've already seen them go deep into their rotation of bench players as compared to the Trojans, and they're getting a lot of fouls on these players on the Trojan side.
So Sasha Wood with two free throws. First one in the air, that's off the back of the rim. It will not fall. We get ready for the second free throw as Jada Wells and Savannah Minshew check into the game. Leaving the floor, Javius Samples and also Cam Sanders.
Much needed breather for both those players.
And so Sasha Wood with one more free throw. Right now, Model has got a 3-point lead, 16-13 with 5:04 left to go second quarter. Wood fires the second free throw, and that is nothing but net. Lamar County works back the other way across the timeline. They're going to leave it off for Stewart. Stewart dribbles up top, now sends it to the near side, gets it to Smith. Smith back to the top of the key, lost the handle. Coming out with it is going to be Stewart. It's going to try to lob it underneath, deflected. Stays with Lamar County, though, on the right wing, back up top. Having trouble offensively, finding looks here. Scoop shot, missed. Rebound, a battle for it, and a jump ball.
And Model has the possession arrow. Minshew did a good job to get in there and fight for that ball.
Model has outscored Lamar County 7-2 here in the second quarter of the ball game to take a 17-13 lead with 4:37 left to go in the second period. Sasha Wood trots up the floor with the ball, sends it right wing side to the freshman Savannah Minshew. She'll pick up her dribble, gives it to Eva Pointer. Pointer back to Wood on the right wing, gets it underneath to Wells, bounces it on the baseline.
Good pass, just a little too hot to handle.
And so Kayla Stewart is going to send it in motion here to Lamar County. Bringing it up the floor is going to be, I believe, Jackson. Nope, that's not Jackson. That's going to be Alana Smith. Now to the near side, they go to Stewart. They're going to try to sit it inside, deflected, stolen away by the Lady Devils. Sasha Wood's got the ball across the timeline, dribbles off to the left wing side, leaves it off for Sadie Rotten, back to Wood, drives baseline, gets trapped, sends it back to Sadie, wide open, three, and it rims out. Rebound, though, battle for it, and a travel is called against Jada Wells. I'm not sure about that.
I don't see how anybody had possession to travel. Ball was still being fought for. The whistles have been fast tonight. It's not judgment, that is just fact.
The fans certainly didn't like it and expressed it pretty loudly and clearly. Brianna Jackson with the ball, goes underneath towards the baseline. Now they send it back up top. Stewart gonna drive, gets trapped between two players. They call it a jump ball. Stays with Lamar County.
I can see the fans' frustration.
Yeah. Wow. Brianna Jackson set to send it in motion. Model leads at 17-13 here at home. Lamar County trying to get the ball in. That's a violation. Took too long.
Yeah.
And so you just move on to the next play, make something happen.
Oh, you can feel it tonight, can't you?
You can. The fans are tense. They know what's on the line. They've been in this situation before a lot in the past, no doubt about that. And that's another jump ball. Right? But the possession arrow is pointing in Model's direction this particular time. And so Eva Pointer set to send it in motion for the Lady Devils, gives it to Sasha Wood. She is now dribbling between the circles, sends it right wing side to Sadie Rotten, now back to Wood. On to Savannah Minshew, drives towards the baseline. She's trapped, needs some help big time. Bounces out to Eva Pointer, now into Wells, outside to Sasha Wood. Wood with the basketball is going to back up, reset. 8 seconds to shoot here. Savannah Minshew going to break towards the basket on the baseline and travels.
Picks up the pivot foot there. That was an easy call for the officials.
Tough possession there for Model.
Defense has been so good on both sides.
Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Model leads at 17-13, so a 4-point lead here as we get closer to halftime. Lamar County with the basketball, dribbles up towards the top of the key. Jackson's going to send it down low, now to the right wing side, into the corner, no look there, so she'll start to dribble. That's going to be Smith to a cutting player, a scoop shot, and that one's going to go off the side of the rim. Put back won't go. A third look, well, she gets fouled.
Wells was able to get the block, but I think they got Minshew. No, they got Wells with the foul. Okay.
So Wells picks up the foul, and at the free throw line is now going to be Janiah Banks. This will be her first free throw shots of the game. First one's in the air, and that one's off the back of the rim. It will not go.
Not even close.
Subs into the game for Model, as you're going to see Cam Sanders and also Samantha Betts back into the game. One more free throw shot coming up for Janiah Banks. Shot on the way, and that one's in. Zeroed in for that one. 2:35 left to go. That cuts it to a 3-point deficit here for Lamar County. So Model on top 17-14. 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Samples lost the handle, and it's stolen away. All alone off the glass. Misses the shot. Samples fires it over to Sanders on the right wing side. trying to open up a transition look. It wasn't there. Defense got back quick, and another jump ball.
I'll tell you what, Trojans defense is honed in. They have just played lockdown defense for the last half of this quarter.
2:13 left on the clock here in the second quarter. Model up 17-14. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Welcome back into Woodard Gymnasium. Coverage of the quarterfinals here. Model hosting Lamar County in the girls Class A Division I bracket. And right now Lamar County, trailing by 3, has the basketball. And they're going to fire the 3. Kind of hesitation before the shot. Might have affected it. Cam Sanders across the timeline with it for the Blue Devils after getting a long rebound. Sanders picks up her dribble, sends it up top to Savannah Minshew, drives in on 2 defenders and gets blocked, and it goes out of bounds.
Janiah Banks with the block.
And it's tough sledding finding open looks tonight for sure. Sadie Rotten surveys the floor, is going to find Cam Sanders. Back to Rotten, she's open, fires the 3, and it's off the side of the rim. And here's another shot for Rotten, that one off the side of the rim as well. Samantha Betts gets the rebound. Javia Samples with the ball. She backs up, sends it to Samantha. Now to Rotten. That's her sweet spot, and it is off the side of the rim. Samantha back to Sadie. Now on to Javia Samples between the circles. Feeds it to Minshew. Back to Javia. She'll back up, reset the offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock, by the way. Samantha Betts gives it to Minshew here at the high post. Now to the right wing side. Samples drives, puts it up strong off the glass, too strong. Put back won't go after she got her own rebound. Sanders with the third look, and it goes.
So many second chance opportunities there, and Sanders finally puts one through the hoop.
And so Brianna Jackson brings it back the other way. Lamar County with the ball stolen away by Samples. Kept it in bounds. It's rolling down the floor. Catching up with it, though, is Lamar County on the baseline. And she's going to bring it up the floor, and Savannah Minshew gets knocked to the floor pretty hard there.
Yeah, she got her with the body in the effort there.
So 41.8 seconds left to go in the half. Model leads it by 5, 19-14. Lamar County descended in motion. Ball tipped, but it stays with Lamar County into the corner on the right wing side. They'll start to drive. They kick it back out around the perimeter on the slot on the left wing side. Picked off by Samantha Betts. She motors across the timeline trying to pick up her dribble. The ball is knocked on the floor, and I believe we've got another jump ball.
We will. Possession arrow in favor of Model. And the shot clock will be off. 27 seconds even.
And so Model leads it 19-14, a 5-point lead with 27 seconds. As Ian mentioned, shot clock start. Savannah Minshew going to dribble it back between the circles, bounces it to Samantha Betts, now to Sadie Rotten. She surveys the floor, tries to find an open player, finds Sanders. 3 defenders on her, gets it to the rim. Minshew with the putback, and it goes. The freshman.
Great job by Minshew.
6 seconds. Lamar County comes back the other way, trailing by their largest deficit of the game, I believe. Shot off the side of the rim. And that is the end of the first half. And Ian, what a strong finish to the half for the Lady Devils.
That was a tough quarter of basketball there. Lamar County played some really, really great defense, but Model gets 4 points there to close it out and has their largest lead of the game at 21-14 going to the locker room.
Well, folks, again, Model leads it 21-2. The Trojans 14 points. We're now at halftime. What a great half of basketball. I tell you not to go anywhere, but you're not going anywhere. Who would want to miss this? This is awesome. The GHSA Class A Division I Girls State Basketball Championship Tournament quarterfinals. Elite 8 basketball coverage provided by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ and presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. We're back for the halftime show after a 3-minute break.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP lithium-ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP lithium-ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of Club Car innovation.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. Attorney Stephen.
All right, welcome you back here to the halftime show. We are live courtside inside Woodard Gymnasium, live coverage of the GHSA Class A Division I Girls State Basketball Championship Tournament quarterfinals, which is the Elite Eight. Lady Devils here taking on Lamar County, and the Lady Devils, with a little flurry of scores right there at the end of the first half, have a 21-14 lead here at halftime. And it was interesting looking at the numbers there from the first and second quarters in, because Model has been consistent in the first two quarters in terms of their scoring. They would get outscored by Lamar County in the first quarter, 11-10, but in the second quarter they would outscore Lamar County 11-3. So Model scored 10 in the first quarter, 11 in the second quarter of the basketball game, and held Lamar County to one field goal and a free throw there in the second quarter. And in some respects, when I look at the scoring differential there in the second quarter, as good of defense as both teams were playing, I guess that surprised me a little bit that it was that separate.
Sure. Well, it was really broken down into two halves. You have to separate them. Model was able to jump up and get that lead early in the quarter, but then there was a string of about 4 minutes where there wasn't any scoring at all. The Trojans had a lot of opportunities to kind of claw their way back in, but could only get one free throw. So Model played wonderful defense in that quarter, and that wonderful defense was matched by some really great defense by the Trojans, but they got a few runs there and scored those couple of baskets right before the half to give themselves a little bit of separation, and I think those are going to be precious points as this game wears on. This just has the feeling of a game that's going to go to the last possession.
I agree 100%. And when we run down the numbers, one of the big differences that you saw there in terms of Model's defense in particular in the second quarter is going to be glaring. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll start with Lamar County. They picked up 4 points from Michaela Watts, 1 point from the free throw line from Janiyah Banks. And with 9 points, their leading scorer was Josiah Foster. However, all 9 of her points were in the first quarter of the basketball game. So Model was able to make some adjustments, kind of tighten up the screws on her, and she wasn't able to score in that second quarter. And obviously, she's their most prolific scorer. So if you can slow her down and in the way that they did in the second quarter, that's going to go a long way for sure.
Well, that depth in the front court goes a long way there, and they had to go to the bench because of the injury to August Betts. But you saw a great job of working the double team. Cam Sanders, Eva Pointer, you had Jada Wells step into the game. All of them did a great job of playing good help defense.
No question about it. Here's the scoring for the Model Lady Devils. They would pick up a lot of production from a lot of different players there throughout the first half. And you would have 4 points from Javius Samples, 1 for Sasha Wood from the free throw line in the second quarter, 2 for the 3 following players, August Betts, Savannah Minshew, and Eva Pointer. The 2 leading scorers for the Model Lady Devils, however, in the first half were Cam Sanders with 5 and Sadie Rotten with 5. And Sadie's 5 points were in the first quarter. So that's how the scoring breaks down.
And Rotten had some good opportunities there to score in the second quarter, just couldn't get the ball. Do want to backtrack and say Savannah Minshew played some big minutes and was a big part of that interior defense and their success there as well.
Time to take one more quick break. We're back for the second half. Model Lady Devils 21, Lamar County Lady Trojans 14, a 7-point lead for the Lady Devils. Let's step out for 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. We'll come back bringing the second half after these messages.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Welcome me back into live coverage provided by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales of the GHSA Class A Division I Girls State Basketball Championship Tournament quarterfinals. Lady Devils here tonight on their home floor hosting Lamar County. And Ian, with the win here, the Lady Devils would face the winner of the Rabun County at Banks County game played in the semifinal or in the quarterfinals tonight. So that'd be a semifinal game coming up at 5 o'clock this Saturday, March 1st at Georgia College and State University in Milledgeville, Georgia. So both of these teams battling out for position in the Final Four.
Yeah, and a Final Four run is something to be coveted. So a lot on the line here with 16 minutes of game time to go.
And here we go. Lamar County's going to open up with possession of the ball, trailing by 7, and a steal out of the gate. Sasha Wood comes out with the basketball for the Lady Devils and is going to bring it up the floor, trying to establish something here on offense for the Lady Devils. Samples open for 3, decides not to shoot, now works towards the free throw line, is going to hand it off to Pointer. Pointer surveys the floor, goes right back to Samples. She'll back up, reset between the circles. Now sends it to the near side, gets it over to Sasha Wood. Wood going to work out a screen from Pointer, picks up her dribble, turns, and needs some help here. Took too long.
Yeah, we're going to get her 5 seconds there.
Man, oh man.
And August Betts not on the bench, coming out of the locker room, so I got to wonder if her night is over.
And now the Lamar County Lady Trojans across the timeline with the basketball. Watts has got it, sends it inside. Now they'll kick it out. 3 ball in the air, and that one's off the back of the rim. It won't fall. Sadie Rotten collects the long rebound, gives it off to Sasha Wood. And so both teams here trying to get scores here. Lamar County's had 2 empty possessions, Model with 1. Now they have the basketball, driving the lane. Scoop shot from Samples is missed. Collecting the rebound is going to be Leverett here for Lamar County. Lamar County with the basketball in front of their own bench on their side of the floor, working right to left, trailing 21-14, right where we left off at the break. Lady Trojans, they try to get a cutting player underneath.
Wow,
Samples is there to block it.
What a block by Samples. Great recovery there to make that play.
Brianna Jackson descended in motion here for Lamar County. The Lady Trojans fires it into the right wing side, picks up her dribble, now backs out around the perimeter, stands right in front of her bench to a cutting play underneath, and that is the first bucket for Josiah Foster since the first quarter, Ian.
And a great feed there by Michaela Watts.
Bounce pass to Sadie Rotten on the left wing side. And so Lamar County strikes first blood here to start the third quarter. Sasha Wood with the ball, gives it to Pointer. Pointer surveys the floor, bounces it out to Cam Sanders, drives in, loses the handle, traveled first. 6:03 left to go, third quarter. Lady Trojans will bring it up the floor. Brianna Jackson has got it, the junior, bounces it to the right wing side. Now they go up towards the top of the key, stop at the free throw line with the ball. Going to send it out around the perimeter again. They'll work between the circles, now to the right wing side, drives in, picks up her dribble, sends it back out to the perimeter on the right wing near the slot. Now they're going to work it towards the corner, baseline dribble, kicks it out left wing side, 3 ball in the air. That one's off the side of the rim, but a rebound for Lamar County. She'll back her way in, put it up, partially blocked, and a foul.
Wondering where they got the call there.
We got an enthusiastic crowd in the building tonight.
They got Pointer. I guess Pointer got her on the arm. I knew Rotten didn't commit the foul, but looking back at the replay, it did look like Pointer got her on the arm.
So Leverett is at the free throw line here with her first shots from the stripe. Misses the first one, gets ready for a second.
Tonight it seems that the Trojans are the ones struggling from the line. Model haven't been shooting the lights out, but I think they're right around 50% from the line.
Second shot coming up for Leverett. That's off the front of the rim, and ball is going to be knocked free, picked up by the Lady Devils. Pointer got her hands in there, knocked it loose. Sasha Wood's got the ball. It's poked free, and this could be thought it was going to be a run out for a second, and that's Wood picking up the foul.
That was a hard foul from Wood. Coach Ballard was hoping for the intentional.
And so we're going to see Michaela Watts going to the free throw line. This is her first trip to the stripe. And right now, Model leads at 21-16. 5:19 left to go in the third quarter. Watts with 2 free throws coming up.
Watts may have the longest pigtails I've ever seen.
You're not kidding. Almost go down to her knees. Shot's on the way, and it's through.
She's been growing that hair since birth, I think.
And very pink shoes as well. Second shot on the way, and that one's off the back of the rim. Cam Sanders collects the rebound for Model, and that cuts it back to a 4-point game. Model led by 7. Here's Davis Samples on the other end. Shot off the glass, won't go. Pointer gets the rebound, gets it out to Sanders. 3-ball in the air, and that one's off the rim. One more look here for Samples, and she knocks it through.
And Pointer found Sanders. That's Sanders' sweet spot. Ball didn't fall, but Samples crashes the glass and gets the putback.
And so Model brings their lead back to 6. Stolen away. Here come the Lady Devils with it. Sasha Wood going to dribble across the timeline with it. Stops at the elbow, sends it right wing. Samples for 3 off the rim. And a whistle and a foul is going to go against Lamar County. And by the reaction, I'm guessing they must have got Leverett with it.
I don't know. Eccles is upset. I think they called that on Model.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Ooh. And still, Coach Eccles is pleading her case to one of the officials here over at the baseline. And he is trying to give her a little bit of an explanation here. But based on the look, I don't think she's going to be satisfied with it, Ian.
And in the third quarter, that's already the 3rd team foul on Model.
Michaela Watts now to Brianna Jackson. She's across the timeline, dribbles between the circles, sends it to the near side to Bushby. I think that's how you say that. I'll check on that. And a travel. So Jada Wells checks into the game for Eva Pointer. And Sanders gets ready to fire it into Samples. A little bit of pressure here from Lamar County. Wood dribbles with the ball, gets it to Samples, drives in, gives it to Wells, tries to get it to the rim. It's stripped away, but Wood with a good recovery off the glass and in. What a play.
Yeah, that was just good awareness there.
And a steal on the other end here. Model sends it into the backcourt. It's picked up by Lamar County. And there's a 2, I believe, off the side of the rim. Won't matter because it didn't go. Lost the handle. Ball loose on the floor, and Lamar County comes out with it. Wow, this is getting scrappy, Ian. Or it has been, really, for the whole game.
Yeah, it really has.
What's the call here?
They're going to get Wells with the body, I think. That's the 4th team foul.
There have been a lot of boos here.
A lot of whistles.
Oh, man. And granted, it's been a pretty physical battle. Both teams really getting after it because they know what's at stake here. We're going to see Milan Howard check into the game for the first time for the Lady Devils. For Jada Wells, I believe.
Don't forget, Model is down one of their best front court players with August Betts on the bench with ice on her knee.
And Model comes out with it. Samples dribbles with the ball, gets fouled, and that's going to go against Brianna Jackson. She picks that one up.
Finally, the home fans have a foul they can cheer about.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Anyway, Model getting ready to inbound the ball. Javia Samples is going to find Sadie Rotten. Thought she was going to get an open 3. Gets it to Sanders underneath. Picks up her dribble. Gives it to Wood. Now to Howard. Howard surveys the floor. And a whistle's away from the ball here.
2 quick fouls for the Trojans. Much to the delight of the Shannon faithful.
The officials, at least for the moment, are back in favor of the fans here. Here's Sadie Rotten, sends it to Cam Sanders. Now to Rotten in the corner, looking for that corner 3. It wasn't open, so she passes it to Javia Samples. Now back to Rotten, dribbles off to the right wing side. Model leads it, by the way, 25-17. Milan Howard with it at the low block, picks up her dribble, back to Samples. Here's Sadie Rotten for 3 off the side of the rim. Howard trying to get the rebound. It ends up with Lamar County.
But a nice tie up there. Howard and Sanders were able to get the trap on Leverett, and she was in trouble. They tied it up, and the possession area was in favor of Model.
And so Sasha Wood set to inbound the ball here for the Model Lady Devils, up by 8. Matches their biggest lead. Cam Sanders has got the ball, dribbles to the slot over on the far side, drives in, spins around, kicks it out. Sadie Rotten for 3 and in! You saw it coming, and there it was. Wow, that was awesome.
Shooters keep shooting.
And that is going to force Coach Ballard to call a timeout for Lamar County, and we're going to do it as well. Model's got their biggest lead, 28-17. When we come back, 2:56 left to go in the third quarter. We're back in 30 seconds.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Well, Model Lady Devils, the last team from Roman Floyd County left standing in the playoffs this year. Scoop shot off the glass, miss. Sadie Rotten picks up the rebound. Sasha Wood with the ball across the timeline, sends it right wing side to Javia Samples. Now back to Sadie Rotten, thought about the long range three, ball tipped out of bounds. They say it was off on Sadie. I thought it was Lamar County for a second.
I think she kind of reached back and it rolled off her fingers, best I can recall, but
inbound pass goes to Lamar County. They'll bring it up the floor. Watts has got it, spins around as she crosses the timeline, gives it off to Stewart. Stewart between the circles, dribbles right in front of the Lamar County bench. They go back up top to Bushby. And now up to the top of the key with a pass. Going to drive towards the lane, splits defenders, gets fouled. And it looks like we're going to see Stewart at the line, perhaps. And Ian, one of the things I was going to say a moment ago, and a ton of action, couldn't get it out, is obviously at this point, now that Model's only team, you're seeing a lot of folks from other programs here in the gym tonight. So not only just the folks in blue, but some community support in general. It's great to see.
Absolutely.
And they know where some good basketball is getting played. That one's going to rattle in
it's
for
not every
Stewart.
season you get a home Elite Eight game.
Isn't that the truth?
It's a special opportunity.
Very much so.
You have to get the right seating, and things kind of have to fall your way in the bracket.
They really do.
Then you have to take care of business on the court.
Second shot on the way, misses the shot, and a battle for the rebound, another whistle.
Yep, they're going to get Smith over the back there.
And so Model will inbound the ball. Samantha Betts checks into the game here for Milan Howard. I suppose the last time that Model played in an Elite Eight game in 2019 was down at Josie in Augusta. Here comes Sasha Wood, drives to the elbow, puts up the shot off the side of the rim. Sanders driving in to get the rebound, and there's a whistle and a foul against Lamar County.
And that was away from the ball, but they're going to get Leverett with the foul.
And she's pleading her case a little bit to the official there. And so the Model Lady Devils will inbound the ball. Cam Sanders stands on the sidelines here on the near side, on their side of the floor, to trigger it in motion. And she's going to get it to Samantha Betts. Betts now between the circles, back to Cam Sanders. Sanders is going to go to work on Leverett, spins around, puts it up, off the glass, and in. What a move, Cam Sanders. Whoa. Across the timeline, Lamar County goes. They get it over to Stewart. Stewart between the circles, going to send it up to the top of the key. They try to get it to a cutting player baseline. And Ian, I think that was off on Lamar County, wasn't it?
It's going to go the other way. And Matt, I just stood up to get a good angle and noticed that the student section is led by pretty much the entire boys squad. Their season came to an unfortunate end on Saturday night, but it's great to see them down there supporting the Lady Devils.
Oh, yeah, I see Owen Mathis, Chase Allen, Noah Travis, Thomas Patterson. I see Stevie Dallas. He was up on the balcony here just a few moments ago. There's Javia Samples, fires the three, and that one's off the side of the rim. It won't go. Tipped out of bounds by Lamar County.
Well, this is a great crowd on hand tonight.
What a fantastic atmosphere. Samantha Betts now over to Cam Sanders, backs up, shoots the three, and that one rims out.
She almost got that one on the bank.
She did. Josiah Foster got the rebound. A scoop shot on the other end is missed, and Sanders with the ball. It is stripped away. Here's a look underneath and through. That's Leverett.
They stuck with it there and got the easy bucket in the end.
30-20, by the way. Model leads it by 10. They're going to send it down to Samantha Betts, right wing side. Nobody picks her up. Fires the pass up top, trying to get it to Samples. Gets behind her, goes to Wood. Samples with the ball between the circles, sends it right wing side. Cam Sanders here on the right wing, deciding what she's going to do. She starts to drive, spins around into the lane, and that's going to be a travel. Kind of turned to the official with a big smile after the call, but
Leverett was giving her a lot of room there. She could have opted to take the three, but Sanders really likes that three from the top of the wing there, more so from the corner. She elected to try to drive and picked up her feet as she made her move to the basket.
Lamar County will feed it in. Bringing it up the floor is going to be Brianna Jackson, the 5'4 junior. Now sends it to the near side over to Smith. Smith going to dribble off to the left wing side. Is going to send it left wing corner. Thought about the three. Defense got there. They sent it underneath to Leverett. Now back to left wing side. Deflected out of bounds. It was last touched by Lamar County.
Yep, that was Watts that last got a hand on that one. Shot clock will be off.
Sanders now to Samples, now to Sadie Rotten. 25 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Model with a 10-point lead. We're almost at the final frame here. Samantha Betts drives down low. Little runner misses the shot. And here's a cross-court outlet pass. Drives to the low block and blocked by Samples out of bounds with 12.2 seconds. They're fired up, Ian.
Yes. Samples talking a little smack after that block.
But not too much.
Not too much.
Not too much.
Just the right amount of smack.
Brianna Jackson to a cutting Leverett. Misses the shot. Sadie Rotten gets the rebound. 8 seconds. Got to move fast. Samantha Betts. Here comes Javia Samples. 4 seconds on the clock across the timeline. Long range three, and it rims out. No. Hung on the rim for a second. I thought it was going to go, and then it rolled off. Wow. Well, that's the end of the third frame. Model leads it by 10, 30-20 when we come back for the final 8 minutes of the ball game. We're back in one.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
All right, I just looked over and noticed that my partner in crime over here, Ian Griffin, is shoeless right now.
It's like a rally cap, except we don't need a rally.
Leverett underneath, puts it up off the glass, misses the shot. Here's the putback. That one's going to rattle in for Watts. Watts now with 7 points. Ian Model leads at 30-22. They would outscore Lamar County. Oh, that one's going to go out of bounds.
Perilous turnover there.
Lady Devils would outscore Lamar County 9-7 in the third quarter. And again, lead it by 8. And a lob underneath. Leverett picks it up, puts it up off the glass and score.
6-0 run that extends back to the late third quarter.
7:21 left to go. Model now leads it by 6. Had led by 10 going into the final quarter. Ball is going to be batted out of bounds.
Heads up play there by Minshew to throw that ball off the opponent's knee. She was in trouble.
And so Sasha Wood will inbound the ball here for Model with a 6-point lead. Here's Javia Samples between the circles. Now to Savannah Minshew on the left wing. Into the corner to Eva Pointer. Pointer surveys the floor, decides to dribble, now backs up, sends it up top to Cam Sanders. Sasha Wood now between the circles, dribbles around a screen from Sanders, puts up the three, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Coming back to Lamar County.
Yeah, it was a good look for Wood. She just misfired.
And the inbound pass comes from Ashlyn Smith. Bringing it up the floor is going to be Brianna Jackson. Sends it right wing side. They're firing it underneath to Leverett. That's definitely their strategy right now. And a whistle and a foul against the Lady Devils. Savannah Minshew, the freshman, picks that one up. Sadie Rotten's going to check in for Minshew. She gets a round of applause from the fans and also over at the bench on some good minutes here in the ball game. Lamar County trying to get it in, and ball is deflected, picked up by Samples. Pointer comes out with the ball, gives it off to Sadie Rotten, fires it over to Sanders as they cross the timeline. Sanders is going to hand it off to Javia Samples. She stands in front of the model bench, dribbling the ball, now drives in. Oh, tries to give it off to Pointer, got away from her and out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a good look. Just behind Pointer as she was slashing to the basket. Right idea, they were just not on the same page.
Brianna Jackson bringing it across the timeline. Is going to leave it off for Smith. Smith dribbles into the corner on the left wing side, feeds it to Leverett underneath, works on Sanders, kicks it out. 3-ball, it's open, but missed. And the rebound is going to go to Lamar County. Picked up a long rebound there, did Ashlyn Smith. Lady Trojans with the ball, trailing by 6. Fires the 3. That one's off the side of the rim. Sanders collects the rebound. And she is tied up between 3 players, and that is going to be, did she get the timeout? Yes, she did.
Yeah, great timeout there, because now the possession here will stay with Model.
So Model leads at 30-24. We're going to keep it here through this timeout as we've got 6 minutes left to go in the ball game. The Lady Devils lead it by 6. They would lead it, going into the final frame of the basketball game, up 30-20. That was the score at the end of the third quarter, wasn't it? Forgot to write it down. So anyway, they had a 10-point lead. The first couple of buckets of the final frame have gone to Lamar County, one for Michaela Watts and the other one for Ella Blue Leverett. And they now trail Model 30-24. So we've had a good game throughout from start to this point, for sure.
Yeah, this one had the feeling of one that was going to go down to the wire. And that's what we've got on our hands. Indeed we do. And again, with the win here, the Lady Devils or Lamar County would face the winner of the Rabun County at Banks County game. Coming up in the semifinals, game's going to be played at 5 o'clock this Saturday, March 1st at Georgia College and State University in Milledgeville, Georgia. And, it's one of those situations. I was thinking about this today, but between the success of the girls and boys programs in recent years, I'm not sure the Model fans need a GPS to get down to Milledgeville anymore. They know the route. They do. Well, but every trip to the Final Four is special. It really is. So a lot on the line for both of these teams.
Indeed. One season continues and one ends here in a matter of 5 minutes and 55 seconds. And obviously we're hoping it's the Lady Devils moving to the Final Four, but we'll see what happens. Eva Pointer with the ball, falls to the ground with it after losing the handle, avoids the travel, but it is stolen away by Lamar County, stolen right back by Javia Sample. She motors across the timeline, is going to take it coast to coast, bounces it to Sanders, bangs her way in. Here's Rotten for 3, and that one's off the top of the rim. It won't go. And a whistle against Model.
They got Sanders. A great job on the other end of Samples, flashing back to get the steal and then really tight-roping the sideline. Rotten had a good look at 3, just banged off the back of the rim.
Brianna Jackson with the ball for Lamar County with 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. Score remains Model 30, Lamar County 26. So obviously anybody's ball game at this point. Leverett with the basketball on the right wing side, bounces it back to around the slot on the right side, driving in, nice spin move off the glass, won't go though, too strong. Rebound picked up by Sadie Rotten. Cam Sanders is going to bring it across the timeline for the Lady Devils, needing a bucket here on this possession big time. Now back out to Sasha Wood. Here's Eva Pointer. And she'll stop, send it over to Sadie. Now into the corner to Wood, fires the 3, and that one is going to be too strong.
It's an open look.
And now Lamar County's going to bring it up the floor. Jackson has got it across the timeline, passes it over to Foster. And now they get it back over to Smith. She works from the free throw line, sends it to Foster, drives in, puts it up off the glass, missed. Gets it up, and it goes off the contraption. Is that what we call it?
Apparatus. You want to call it, yeah.
Mechanism, whatever you want to call it. The thingamajig. Is that what people call it? What you call it?
All of the above work. Wonderful adjectives.
All right, so the Model Lady Devils to inbound the ball. Cam Sanders sends it in. Javia Samples back to Sanders. Now to Sadie Rotten. She drives towards the left side. Now sends it back up to Sanders. Open three on the way, and that one's off the back of the rim. Samantha Betts tracks down the rebound, though. Here is Samples. Sends it right wing side. Big time block there by Michaela Watts.
Yeah, it was a good recovery, too, because Betts was open. Watts used that length and athleticism to get out there and get the block.
But the ball stays with Model, so Samantha's set to inbound the ball here. She surveys the floor, is going to roll it in or toss it into Sanders. Backs her way in, misses the shot. Foster collects the rebound for Lamar County. Believe it or not, score remains 30-24. It's been that way for a long time, hasn't it?
Oh, that was kind of a bailout. They're going to get Samples with the block. Watts was trying to get a reverse. She was way underneath the basket.
And so we'll see Watts at the free throw line. She's been there once before in the game. That was in the third quarter, and is 1 for 2. 2 shots for her. First one on the way. She made it the sequence before. She made the first and missed the second. So obviously Model is hoping for a repeat here.
Model yet to get on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Jada Wells checks in and gives Cam Sanders a breather here. Model leads it by 5, 30-25. Led it by 10 going into the final quarter. That one rattles off the rim, so the trend continues. Here's Samples, gives it to Pointer, sees some open floor, drives in, puts it up. That goes off the back of the iron. Sadie Rotten into the corner to Samantha Betts. Rotten now dribbles with the ball, goes between the circles, is going to hand it off to Samples. Samples works right, 2 players on her. They'll switch. Samples between the circles, tries to work around a screen, gets it to Rotten. Rotten in the feed to Eva Pointer, now to Betts. Betts with the ball, picks up her dribble. Now to Sadie Rotten, 2 to shoot. Here's Rotten just before the buzzer, and it rims out.
They are going to get the foul, though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think they're going to get her in the act of shooting as well, so Rotten will get 2 free throws.
Well, this is a big opportunity. A good shooter at the free throw line here for the Model Lady Devils. They've been cold to start the fourth quarter, so as we always talk about, to see one go through here would go a long way, and that one rattles in.
Senior steps up and gets the front end.
Ends the drought there.
First bucket of the quarter.
Second free throw for Rotten is through. Stepping up big from the line here when it counts. 3:22 left to go in the ball game. Model leads it now by 7. Lamar County with the ball underneath. They are triple teamed. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Wells. Great sequence on defense for the Lady Devils. Samples. Now to Sadie Rotten in front of the Model bench. Back up top to Pointer. Now on to Samples on the left wing side in the corner. Samples will send it to Wells at the free throw line. Turns around, gives it to Rotten. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Now to Samantha Betts. On to Javia Samples. Goes to work. Dribbles inside. Puts it up. And it's going to be missed. Rebound. Oh, we got a jump ball. That was quick.
That was a quick whistle, too. But the Trojans have been benefactors of some quick whistles in this one, so Model will take it.
The whistles have been quick consistently.
They have been.
So Sasha Wood with a big smile on her face checks back into the game. You can tell that these kids love to play basketball together.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
A lot of pressure, but they're having a good time trying to punch their ticket to the Final Four. Here's Sasha Wood, drives into the lane, picks up her dribble, gives it to Pointer. Ball is knocked loose. That'll be a steal there for Lamar County, as Model is in danger of it being a turnover because of the shot clock as well. Lamar County with the ball from three-point land. Leverett thought about it. That's not her game, though. Picks it up, puts it up, misses the shot, and Betts with a good rebound there.
And right now, Model wants to continue to run their offense, but patience will help run this clock down a little bit. Wood in trouble.
Another jump ball.
And this time, possession arrow in favor of the Trojans.
And so the Trojans will inbound the ball. To handle the inbounding duties is going to be Ashlyn Smith.
The Trojans took a timeout there.
Let's take this one with them. 2:13 left to go in the ball game. Model leads at 32-25. It's the Elite Eight, and we're back for more after a 30-second break.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
here we are. It's hard to believe it. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left of the GHSA Class A Division I Girls State Basketball Championship Tournament quarterfinals, hosted by Model against Lamar County on the girls' side of things. And right now, Model has got a 32-25 lead over the Trojans with 2:13 left. Still a long way to go in this one.
Indeed, a lot of basketball left.
Not out of the woods yet by any means. Michaela Watts is going to bring it up the floor here for Lamar County. Two really good basketball teams locking horns here. Ball nearly stolen away, but Watts recovers, only to be triple teamed, and it is nearly stolen again. Knocked out of bounds by Lamar County. Great defense forcing the turnover.
Yeah, Jada Wells over there battling for the ball, and it bounces off of Foster, going the other way.
All right, Cam Sanders ready to send it in motion. A little bit of pressure here. Cam Sanders going to dribble across the timeline with it, goes towards the right wing side, picks up her dribble, sends it off to Sasha Wood, dribbles between the circles. Now they reverse it to the left wing side to Samantha Betts. Now back over to Wood here on the near side. Back to Betts, on to Pointer. 17 seconds on the shot clock. There's Wood for three, and it rattles out. Wow, thought that was going to go for a second there. Ball loose on the floor, and guess what? We got another jump ball.
Model has the possession arrow.
And now 1:31 left to go in the ball game.
They took almost 20 seconds off the clock there, and Coach Eccles is going to take a timeout.
All right, well, let's take this one as well. Model leads at 32-25 with 1:31 left to go. We're back in 30 seconds.
You look exhausted. Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vacked the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
Well, with 1 minute and 31 seconds left to go in the ball game, the Model Lady Devils have held Lamar County to 25 points, a team that's averaging close to 60 points a game. That is amazing defense they played tonight. Samantha Betts with the ball, gives it over to Pointer. Now back over to Wood, back to Betts, on to Pointer. Pointer now going to dribble towards the lane, kicks it out to Wood, dribbles back towards the top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock, got to make a move now. Here's Pointer with the ball around the perimeter. Samantha Betts fires the three, and that one's a little off the mark there and goes out of bounds.
It's a pretty good look for Betts, just misfired. But they were able to drain another 22 seconds off the clock. Every possession is just critical at this stage.
Jada Wells and Javia Samples going to check back into the game. Betts and Rotten will leave the game here for the Model Lady Devils. So on the floor for the Lady Devils, you've got Wells, Samples, Sanders, Wood, and Eva Pointer. Lamar County, Jackson, and now bringing it up the floor is going to be Jackson. Gives it over to Stewart. Now to the right wing side they go. Smith lost the handle, picked up by the Lady Devils. Great defense. Wood bringing it up the floor, and she gets fouled.
They're going to have to start fouling. I was about to say the clock is now a factor. And the Trojans are going to have to play the foul and claw your way back in game here. But they still have three fouls to give, yeah.
And so Sanders set to send it in motion here for the Lady Devils. She'll send it in the backcourt, gets it to Sasha Wood. Wood across the timeline over to Sanders. Over in the slot on the left side, back up top to Samples.
Shocked we're not seeing the foul.
Oh, you and me both. Everybody here. Sends it right wing side to Pointer. Into a cutting Sanders off the glass. Misses the shot. 39 seconds left to go. Stolen away. Deflected by Sadie Rotten. And we're going to have a whistle against Lamar County.
Yep.
Who did they get on that one? Leverett?
I think so. And now they've got a foul right away. They don't have time to play another defensive possession.
All right. So a timeout's going to be called by Coach Ballard. We're going to take it also. 35.2 seconds left to go in the ball game. Model Lady Blue Devils up by 7, 32-25. over the visiting Lamar County Trojans. We come back in 30 seconds.
Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
Going into the final frame, Model had a 10-point lead, and you saw Lamar County bring it back within 6, I believe.
Yeah.
And they didn't get closer than that. And Model's been able to maintain a lead here, playing really stout defense despite getting outscored here in the final frame, 5-2. Only points here in the fourth quarter for the Lady Devils have been Sadie Rotten from the free throw line, making 2 in a row, and that's it.
And they're going to have to hit some free throws here in these closing 35 seconds. They want to close this out.
Certainly would expect Coach Ballard and Lamar County to try to extend the game, and there is a foul.
Not the quickest foul there. Pointer was able to sit and take her time and get the ball to Sanders, and you're going to try to get it to your best free throw shooters. Sanders a good shooter, Pointer and Rotten as well.
Sanders surveys the floor looking, trying to get somebody open, sends it over to Pointer. She's wide open, backs up, going to eat some clock here. Sanders samples rather with the ball and gets fouled. And one more.
That'll do it.
That's it.
Yeah, that'll send Samples to the line.
So Javia Samples is at the free throw line here with a couple of shots coming up, trying to ice this game here for the Lady Devils. Samples with a free throw coming up, and that one is in. That's a big one.
Big time.
Makes it an 8-point game. Grayson Atkins is about to explode over here, the PA announcer for the Model Blue Devils. This is his last game as the PA announcer, because it's the last home game, no matter what. Makes them both. Big free throws there.
Yeah, huge. That makes it a 3-possession game.
27.6 seconds on the clock. Lamar County trying with the last gasp here. 3-pointer on the way, and that one's in. That was a big bucket there.
Yeah, it was.
By Ashlyn Smith, knocking down the 3, and a timeout's called. We're not going to take any more timeouts the rest of the way here, but that does cut it. Makes it more interesting. It's a 6-point, 2-possession ball game here. The math is still possible for Lamar County.
The first 3 of the game, by my count, for Lamar County. They got that one to drop, and that was big. Keeps them in this ball game.
Truly it does. This gives us an opportunity to recognize the sponsors here. We'll start on the video side. Stephen P. Woodard, LLC Attorneys at Law, Estate Planning, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shandon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. And then on the radio end, we've got Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales with us tonight. Also Dogwood Books, Allen Murphy Appliance Center, Sylvan Learning Center, Quick Lane at Courtesy Ford, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Rome Orthopedic Center, and Ware Mechanical. Without them, of course, the video and the radio coverage, not possible to execute. So thank you so much for your support of our local sports coverage here, in this case, with the Model Blue Devils. And thanks to the success of these model teams, we've seen a lot of really good basketball this year. It's been a pleasure to be at these games. All right, Sasha Wood defeated in here for the Lady Devils. Now, obviously, the Lady Devils in the bonus. Cam Sanders with the ball, and she is going to be fouled and will go to the free throw line.
They drained about 3 seconds off the clock before they committed the foul. Sanders wants to get at least one of these. He'd love to get them both, but one will make it a 3-possession game.
And so Sanders will try to do just that. She's at the free throw line here. The Lady Devils in this quarter, I'll hold it until after this shot. That one's off the back of the rim. They had made 4 in a row. That's the first miss from the charity stripe here in the final quarter of the ball game. One more coming up for Sanders. And the shot is on the way, and that one's off the back of the rim. Rebound's going to go to Model, though. Sasha Wood came out with it and gets pushed and is going back to the stripe.
What a huge rebound that was. 3 more seconds ticked off the clock, too.
The foul was on Brianna Jackson, and that was her 5th foul, so she's done for the day. 13.2 seconds left on the clock. Model leads at 34-28, a two-possession game. Wood can ice it here. First shot on the way, and that one is going to bounce off the top of the rim. She gets ready for a second free throw after a little bit of encouragement there from her teammates. Big one coming up here for Wood. Takes the shot, and that one rattles off the rim. Rebound, Lamar County, and that is going to be nearly stolen away, but I think they're going to call a foul against Samples.
They're going to get Samples with the body. Almost got the steal. 10.8 seconds left, a 6-point lead for the Blue Devils.
Kayla Stewart descended in motion. As you mentioned, 10 seconds on the clock. Obviously, the shot clock dart the rest of the way. 3 ball in the air, and that one's in. That was a big bucket. Not over yet, folks. It's a 3-point ball game, and Model has some trouble getting the ball. Well, it's going to be a foul, and they're going to go to the free throw line with 0.2 seconds. So,
really here, I mean, you'd love to make it mathematically impossible, but it's going to be tough for them to rebound it and get a shot off.
And now the fans really can feel it, Ian.
Yeah.
Sasha Wood at the free throw line here with 2 shots coming up. The fans are all on their feet getting ready to celebrate a trip to the semifinals coming up on Saturday. Sasha Wood fires the free throw. That's off the back of the rim. She'll get ready for the second one. But like you mentioned, with 0.2 seconds, there's just nothing you can do.
I don't think so. They'll pull Pointer back. It's going to be hard for them to catch and shoot.
Yeah, exactly. So one more coming up here for Wood. Shot on the way. That one's left short. And she goes and gets the rebound. That's the end of the ball game. The Lady Devils win it by a final score of 34-31. And guess what, folks? The Model Lady Devils, after getting eliminated in the Sweet 16 the last couple of seasons, they're still dancing. They're going to the semifinals. The Model Lady Blue Devils are Final Four bound coming up this weekend. We're going to Milledgeville, Ian.
That's right. It's a historic season. Mark it in the books. Model dance into the Final Four.
Lady Devils win it 34-31. And listen to that crowd celebrate this victory. Another hard-fought one, a 3-point game here for the Lady Blue Devils. Have really had to earn it the last couple of games. They're able to punch their ticket, and who knows what's possible the rest of the way. Everybody's good, obviously, remaining in the tournament, but I think Model's as good as any of them. So Let's see what happens.
Absolutely.
So there you have it, folks. The Model Lady Devils celebrate the victory here. And as you pointed out, Ian, earlier, this is the last game that these seniors are going to play on this floor here at Woodard Gymnasium, and it's a special one. They punch their ticket to the next round.
Yeah, if you look across the court, there's a banner over there with the jerseys 11, 21, 4, 32, and 30. Those are your 5 seniors, and they get to leave their last game here at Woodard Gymnasium winners.
That's exactly right. Of course, Caldwell, Janiah Caldwell, Miriam Burns. Also, you got August Betts and Sadie Rotten and Milan Howard, the seniors here on this basketball team. What a special run this is becoming with the Model Lady Devils. The fans are going to linger a little bit today.
Yes, they are.
They're going to linger a little bit today. All right, folks, we're going to take a break. We'll get you ready for the post-game show coming up next. Model wins it 34-31. They're still dancing. They're going to the Final Four. We're back to talk about it after a 3-minute break.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Well, folks, we'll welcome you back to the post-game show. Good news to report there for the Devils fans out there. The Lady Blue Devils are still dancing. They have danced their way to Milledgeville coming up this weekend. We'll play in the semifinals, and they'll play the winner of the Rabun County at Banks County game. Banks County is the #1 team, according to the AJC, going into the tournament. And that's a familiar foe for this Model Lady Blue Devils team if that turns out to be the team that they face, because that was the team that eliminated them last year in the Sweet 16 down in Homer, Georgia. You and I were there, and that's a really good basketball team. And no doubt if that ends up being the case, the Model Lady Devils will love to have another crack at that.
Yes, they will, and they've earned it. Hey, look, this was a hard-fought game. Model pushed their lead all the way to 12 points. At one point, they were led by 10, 30-20 going into the fourth quarter, and were outscored in that fourth quarter 11-4. Didn't have a field goal. All 4 points came from the free throw line, but they were able to grit that one out. There were 2 late threes from Michaela Watts that made it interesting there at the end, but Model was able to get some huge offensive rebounds and fight their way to a close 3-point victory. Familiar, that was the margin of victory on Saturday as well, right?
The name of the tune is Survive and Advance, and that's exactly what the Lady Devils have done in these last 2 games. And, we'll see what happens coming up in this next round. We're excited about it. We'll run down the scoring here. We'll start with the visiting Lamar County Lady Trojans. They would pick up 1 point from Kayla Stewart, 3 points from Ashlyn Smith. You referenced her 3 there in the fourth quarter. 4 points for Ella Blue Leverett. 1 point for Janiah Banks. They had 2 players that got in double digits tonight. One of them was Michaela Watts. You referenced her 3 in the fourth quarter just moments ago. And then Josiah Foster had 11 points. 9 of her 11, though, were in the first quarter of the game. So the defense did a really good job on her after the first quarter of the ball game. Only had 1 more field goal. Meanwhile, for the victorious Model Lady Blue Devils, they would have several players that scored tonight. As a matter of fact, they would have 7 players that got in the scorebooks. Nobody got in double digits tonight for the Lady Devils, but they would pick up 3 points for Sasha Wood, 2 apiece for August Betts, Savannah Minshew, and Eva Pointer, 5 points for Sadie Rotten. Or actually, I am not correct about that. Sadie Rotten had 10 points. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Model did have 1 player that got into double digits. It was Sadie Rotten. She had 10 points. Glad I caught that there before we move forward. And so she was the leading scorer for the Lady Devils. Cam Sanders would end up with 7, and Javius Samples had 8. And again, it was one of those situations where the defense got it done tonight. You referenced that in the fourth quarter there. Model had some trouble scoring, only scored 4 points off of the free throw line, no field goals. But the defense was able to hold a team that averaged close to 60 points going into the game to just 31 points in the game. Were able to get the job done and move on to the next round.
Hey, the name of the game, Survive and Advance. And they did that. They punched their ticket. to the Final Four.
That's exactly right, and this is the first time that the Lady Devils have made it to the Final Four since 2019. That was a run where they made it 3 years in a row. 2 of those years, 17 and 18, when Victoria Saxton was here, and then the year after that was the year after she had graduated, and they made it back again. So it's been a little while since they've been there, but again, for the model Blue Devils fans out there, the boys made it a couple of years ago. It's familiar territory, and so with that said, this group of Lady Devils have punched their ticket, and we're going to Milledgeville coming up this weekend. Super excited about that.
The dance continues.
Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. We got some more basketball coming up this weekend. Super excited about it. The way the coverage will break down, they will provide video coverage with NFHS, so it moves all to their coverage coming up this weekend. But we're going to pack up our radio station in a box and head down there as well. So if you just want the audio version of it, want to hear the local guys call the game, we're going to be there and bring the call to you. But anyway, just want to take an opportunity as we get ready to wrap up our coverage to thank everybody involved in the coverage. And we're going to start with Northwest Georgia Media and their crew. Midcourt cameras today were Clay Hardiker and Bennett Abernathy. Sideline camera, Miracle Lilly. Replay and guru of course, Northwest Georgia Media, Nathan Patterson. Directors Mike Garrett. And play-by-play courtesy of WLAQ Radio. I'm Matt Davis alongside Ian Griffin. Had a great time with you again,
yeah,
man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you being here and calling the game with me. It's been a pleasure. And obviously on the PA tonight is Grayson Atkins, his last game on the PA because he's a senior this year,
right.
And this is the last game that they can play at home.
He's got to pass that torch to someone else.
It's got to be an emotional night for him as well, no question about that. And before we wrap up, I do want to take an opportunity to thank Nathan Patterson and his group from Northwest Georgia Media for partnering up with WLAQ here and allowing us the opportunity to provide our audio from our radio coverage to him. It's been a great partnership working with them. Always a pleasure, and probably the thing I enjoy about it, the thing I enjoy about it most is just being around everybody involved. It's so much fun. We have such a good time with it.
That's a ball.
And again, congratulations to Coach Eccles and the model Lady Devils. The dance continues for the Lady Blue Devils. Well, folks, they are winners tonight, 34-31. They await to find out their opponent. It'll either be Rabun County or Banks County in the semifinals. Game is at 5 o'clock this Saturday, March the 1st at Georgia College and State University in Milledgeville. 2 words, be there. Be there, wear your blue, be loud, and support these kids. It's going to be a great environment. If you can't make it and you want the local coverage, you can listen on the radio.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Well, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. The viewers, the listeners, we appreciate you, and we look forward to joining you again coming up on Saturday from Milledgeville, Georgia, for more Model Lady Devils basketball. That puts a wrap on it for us tonight. Hope you have a great evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And congratulations, I do want to say, to Lamar County on a great season, making it to the Elite Eight. What a fantastic season it was for them. So with that said, congratulations, Model Lady Devils. We'll bid you adieu. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll talk to you on Saturday. So long, everybody.